Hello students, today we are going to study a program on stacks using arrays. So this is the program. We have defined the header files and we have defined some global variables. So some of the global variables that we will need for the program are defined here. We have defined a stack size as 5. We defined a stack in an array of size 100. Okay, but out of that 100 size array we are just going to use 5. Okay, so if you wanted you could have made this as 5 also, that was also okay, or you could have just defined it as stack n. You could have defined it like this, or you could have defined it like this. So both ways would have been fine, or you could have just defined one value like this, a big value to store all the values that you are inserting in the stack. Okay. Then we have defined the operations push and pop, and the display function will be displaying the values in the stack. Then we are having a main function. In the main function, we are defining the stack top value as -1. So top, this variable top, will be always pointing to the top of the stack. So it will be always pointing to the top of the stack. Then we could have written a menu driven program here, but I have just implemented some push and pop functions and also called the display function to display the stack values. So as you can see here, we are going to call the push function 5 times. So we are going to call it 5 times continuously. Then we are going to call the display function. Okay. Let's see this much portion of the program. Then we'll come back to the main function. So now you remember that we have initialized our top of the stack variable top equal to -1. We are going to do 5 continuous pushes, and after pushing 5 times we are going to display the values. Okay. This is our stack. Initially our top is equal to -1 as we have seen in the main function. Okay. Now we are going to push 5 items. So one by one we will call the push for the first stack. I'll just write here first stack. Okay. We check here if top is greater than equal to n minus 1. N value is 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. What is top value? Top value is -1. Is -1 greater than equal to 5 minus 4? 5 minus 1 is 4. So therefore we do not execute this. We go to the else statement. We ask the user to enter one value from the keyboard to be pushed on the stack. Suppose the user enters the value as 10. So next we increment the value of top. So when we increment the value of top, -1 plus 1 will become equal to 0. What is the value of top now? Value of top is now equal to 0. Value of top is equal to 0. In the next step, we store this value x. X is nothing but 10 in stack, in the array or in our stack at the position pointed by top. What is the value of top? Value of top is 0. So I just replace the value here when I replace the value here, top value is 0. So I just replace here. So in stack of 0, this is our stack array. This is our stack array. In stack array index 0, we are placing our value of x. What is value of x? N. Got it? So this is how push works. So when we end the function, we would have gone back to main. So in the main program, if you remember, we push 5 continuously, 5 times. So now, second time when we call the push function, again we compare value of top is 0, value of n is 5, 5 minus 1 is 4. It's not equal, so we do not do this, we come to the else part. We ask the user to enter some value, that value entered from the keyboard will be stored in variable x. Suppose the user enters the value as 20. Next we increment top, so now top will be incremented. So value of top was 0, so when you increment, top value will be equal to 1. Okay, so that means top is at this index here. So now we will insert our value 20 at wherever top is present. Where top is present? At index 1. So we enter or push our new value at the index of stack 1. So that means 20 will be inserted here. So this was our second push operation. Similarly, we are going to push 3 more times. So the third time when we push, why we are pushing for the third time? Because like I told you before, in the main function, I have shown you at the beginning of the video that we are pushing 5 times continuously. So that's why now we are doing the third push. So now the value of top is 1. Is 1 greater than or equal to 4? N minus 1 is 4. No, it's not true. Do not execute this. Come here. Enter the new value for x. So when you enter, it will be 30. Suppose, assume it is 30. Increment the value of top. So when you increment the value of top, now top will be pointing to 2. So top value will be 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that means top is at this index. Now wherever, so we replace this top value with 2. So new value of x will be stored at stack 2. So what is the value of x? 30. So this was our third push. Now let's do another push, the fourth one. Now value of top is 2. N minus 1 is 4. So it is not true. 2 is not greater than or equal to 4. Not true. Come to the else part. Take input again from the keyboard. So here x value will be now say 40. Increment the value of top. Present value of top is 2. So when you increment, what will be the value? Can you tell me? So after you increment, 2 plus 1 will be equal to 3. Now top will be here. That means the new item will be pushed there. So in the next step, we push or store the item x wherever top is present. So top is at index 3. So in stack of 3, at index 3, we will be storing the value of x. So that means we will get here 40. So now again we push for the fifth time. So when we push for the fifth time, top value is 3. We check whether it's greater than or equal to n minus 1. N minus 1 is 4. Not true. So we go to the else part. Enter new value for x. So suppose the new value for x is say 50. Increment the value of x. So when you increment the value of, we increment the value of top, not x. We increment the value of top. So present value of top is 3. When you increment it, top value will be equal to how much? Top value will be equal to 4. So the new value, that is 50, will be inserted at array index 4. So we insert, our top value is 4. That means we are inserting our x at 4. So x value is 50. So 50 gets inserted in the stack. So this was our fifth push. Have you got it? Okay. So this is how your push operation works in a stack. So let me just make this diagram a bit neater. So we are having these values on your stack. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50, and your top is present at 4. That is, your 50 is the topmost element, therefore your top is equal to array index 4. So now if you look at your main function, we have done the push 5 times. So initially stack was empty. After pushing 5 times, now as you can see there are 5 different values on the stack and the stack is currently full. So next we do display. Okay. So we want to display the values. So in the display, we have a statement here. We check whether stack is full or empty. So if it is empty, the value of top would have been less than 0. So we check here if value of top is less than 0. That means stack 2 is empty. Now, next we print one message for the user, the elements in the stack, some message for the user. And we initialize now I value equal to top. So value of top is 4. So I is equal to 4. Until I is greater than or equal to 0, we keep printing our values of stack. So first value that will be printed is 50. Then we decrement I, so I will become 3. So next we print 40. Whatever is present at 3. Then we decrement I, so it will become 2. So next we print at 2, that is 30. We decrement I, so it will become 1. We print whatever is at 1, that is value is 20. Decrement I, so its value will be 0. We print whatever is present at 0. So this is what would have got printed or displayed from your stack when we call the display function. Now let's look at our pop function. So here this is our pop function. So we are calling the pop function. Let's just see how pop function works. So we check here. We check what is the value of top. If top is less than or equal to -1, that means our stack is empty. If stack is empty, we cannot pop anything from the stack. Okay. So that means we have reached one condition known as stack underflow. Right now you can see top value is 4. Therefore, this is not true. Go to the else part. Okay. Print the value whatever is present at the stack top. What is the value present at stack top? The value is 50. We print this value 50 here. We would have said the popped element is 50. And in the next step, we decrement the value of top. So, top value will be decremented. We will have top equal to 3. Okay. Please note one thing. Although 50 has been deleted, it remains in the array. Okay, it remains in the array, but we no longer use it because we use the array from index 0 till top. We don't use this value now at this present moment. In future, if we push one element, we may use index 4, but right now we are using only this much as our stack, that is from index 0 till index 3. So although this value is present, this value is no longer being used because we have popped it, we have deleted it. Okay, please don't get confused because we cannot delete elements from a array. But if you are getting confused, we can just wipe it out here. But remember, in real programming, 50 would have remained there. Okay, so now, so that you should not get confused, since we have popped a value, let's just wipe out 50 so there is no confusion. So 50 has got popped. So going back to our main function, so we have done the pop, we have done this pop. Okay. Next we call the display function. So it will display all the values from here 40, 30, 20 and 10, just like how I have shown the display function before. Okay. Then we call the pop function again. So when you call the pop function, what will happen? 40 should get deleted. And what should happen to the top pointer? Top pointer should point to 2. So 40 should get deleted and top should go to 2 because top gets decremented. Okay. So let's see. So here again we check if stack is empty. So if stack is empty, top value would have been -1 or less than -1. But now what is the value of top? Value of top is 3. So this condition is not true. We do not execute this. We come to the else part. We pop this value 40. Okay, delete it. So we delete it and print it here. We will print this message. The popped element is 40, and we decrement the value of the top. Since nothing is there here, top should not be there here. Nothing is there now here. So we decrement top. So now top will be pointing where? Top will be pointing. When we decrement it, 3 minus 1 is 2. When we decrement it, 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay? So that is how pop works. So this is a program on stacks using arrays. I hope you have understood it. happy